and it's sinful to hear people use a term, inflation, to indicate that people who are unemployed shouldn't have received help.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. We just finished up the live stream with our Learn Plan Profit Group. Jay Powell, which is the head chairman of the Federal Reserve, has been speaking to the House of Representatives today. He spoke to the U.S. Senate yesterday. And I have a couple notes that I wrote down based off of this live stream. It is, again, just an entire different blame game. The speech that Jay Powell gave in the first 5 minutes is literally almost identical to the speech that he gave yesterday to the House of to the U.S. Senate. Surprise, surprise. Not very surprised there, right? Overall market's going up today right now. TQQQ is up 3.67%, which means that the NASDAQ market is up nearly 1% on the day. Miss Waters is pretty much leading this overall hearing. And the way that she started off this overall speech is obviously her focus is as a Democrat, saying that her focus is to provide affordable housing. She wants to pass a $150 billion bill to be able to start again this affordable housing for Americans. Their main focus, it sounds like, is to focus on corporate greed, not just on the rental side of things, but she gave an example of Jay Powell or Jerome Powell or Mr. Chairman. Can you please talk about why Tyson, which is Tyson Foods, right, in one quarter made an additional $500 million, and Tyson produces 1 out of every 5 pieces of chicken that I guess is purchased, right? So with that being said, she wanted Jay Powell to comment on the idea of why does Tyson, which first off is a publicly traded company, right? Why are they making an additional $500 billion? Again, it's just an example. I think is the example what she wanted to give is to support corporate greed of how is Tyson making an additional $500 million per quarter during such an uncertain time. And Jay Powell responded in the way that I think any of us would. It's like, Jerome Powell is the head of the Federal Reserve. His job is not to be aware to have an opinion of a publicly traded company and how they run their business. That's not his business. And that's literally what he said. It's like, I feel like that would be more of people that are elected to have an opinion about that or make policies around that, and or specific people that try to control that type of price gouging. And I just think it's insane. I ended up closing out the live stream about an hour and a half after it started. And the reason why is it's just the same back and forth. And this is from both the Democrats and the Republicans. The Republicans have a very upfront way of blaming the Democrats and everything that is going on them. And then the Democrats, all I've seen is they like to blame businesses, the war in Russia, and then they use other countries other countries like Mongolia is one example that was given. They're experiencing very high oil prices. Europe is experiencing very high oil prices. And I think that just that comparison, and again, the Democrats have scapegoats, the Republicans are just playing the blame game, and it's just this back and forth where I'm like, why do you guys have to include my boy Jay Powell in this debate when you're not even really asking him guided questions? The only questions that they ask Jerome Powell are ones that would support their case of, hey, don't you agree that it's the Democrats' fault? Hey, don't you agree that it's big business's fault and corporate greed? It's like his job is not to have an opinion of how our entire or how other businesses are ran or whoever's fault it is, right? He has one specific tool that he can utilize to be able to moderate inflation. And I just feel like there's very little questions that are actually being asked about that. And everyone else is literally just trying to support their own case about whatever their party's best interest is. it felt like a complete waste of time. And I can see that, Jay Powell is very, very clever in the way that he responds to those questions. And there was not anything that was disrespectful or out of line that he said. He did not give his personal opinion, as that is not what he is paid to do. And I think he carried himself beautifully. So overall, TQQQ again retesting that $25 resistance level. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. This has been a resistance level for the past week. You do not have to sell, right? But on average, TQQQ has not been able to hold above $25 for the past week. So if you are very heavily invested, my job is just to make you aware of a potential resistance level. If you end up wanting to sell, that's on you. If you want to end up wanting to hold, then that's on you as well. My job is just to make you aware, so you are aware of why it could get rejected there. And if we pull on back, then again, just make sure that you put yourself in a position in which that you can tolerate. So I'm excited to kind of just resume our live trading sessions as normal by tomorrow. And I hope that some of you guys can join us. That one thing that I do want to bring up is that SQQQ, although it did sell off a little bit, we are retesting pre-market support levels right around $57 a share, which again is at that same resistance level of $25 a share for TQQQ. I hope that the decisions and the preparation that you guys make now is something that is in your future self's best interest. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below or send me a message via Discord. The first link in the description of this video is my free Discord. And again, you can message me at any time. If you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow at market open, I trade live exclusively with my Learn Plan Profit group, and that's that second link in the description. So please take 1 minute, click that second link down below, learn a little bit more about our Learn Plan Profit group, and see if it's a good fit for you. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.